Hello, everyone. Welcome to Dropping the Ash podcast to Harper Cigar Lounge. This is Troy Harper here from Kimball, Nebraska. Just wanted to stop in and see how you guys are doing today. I needed to get back and hang out with you guys a little bit, so I thought I would take that chance right now before I get busy again. Today, I am smoking the Oliva. This is the Oliva Serie V Maduro 5x54. And today I'm also going to get into travel humidors and what you should have if you're traveling. So, but anyway, there's that Oliva V Maduro that I meant to show you. And there's my box, my travel case, I should say. So anyway, but I'll be getting into that here shortly. But welcome, guys. Thank you for joining today. I'm glad you're here. Missed you guys, so I'm glad I could be back down my lounge to hang out with you guys today a little bit. I'm going to moisten the tip on this and get this cut and lit for you guys. The wrapper on this is kind of sweet. Gosh, kind of a honey vanilla taste notes that I get from this. And before I forget, I want to say happy birthday to Jason Newstead out there, ex-bass guitarist and backup vocals for Metallica. He just turned 60 yesterday. So Jason, happy birthday out there to you. God bless you. And I miss you being with Metallica, man, I tell you. But you're there in spirit every time I put on a Metallica album. And during the era where you were with them, I appreciate all that you contributed to Metallica, and I just miss what you did for Metallica. And I know you've had some success on some success on your own doing your solo projects, but you're definitely missed with Metallica, and I definitely miss you. And but I just want to give you a shout out, Jason, and hope you had a great birthday. So again, thanks for all you contributed to Metallica, and I appreciate everything you did for them. Listening to any Metallica album with you on it is a treat, and just brings back a lot of great memories while you were with them. So again, thank you, Jason. Happy belated birthday to you. Well, let me get this cut. And I'm using my Zyfe V-Cut lighter combo with a cigar rest on the back, and it's a gun metal and very sturdy lighter. You can get this on Amazon for about $40. So anyway, okay, I got that cut nicely. Get a cold draw in on it here. The cold draw is really nice. Not having any issues with like a tight draw. It's just right. No problems with it. And it doesn't have too loose of a draw either, so it's just right. So anyway, tastes really nice. Got like I said, kind of a sweet honey vanilla taste note to it, and just a nice tasting cigar so far with the wrapper. So let me get this lit. Let me get this toasted up real nice. Hope you guys have been doing good so far this week. I hope you have a great week ahead of you. If you've worked today like I have, I hope you had a good work day. But anyway, I hope you guys are all doing great out there. I'm glad I could get back to hanging out with you guys today, and I appreciate all your support to what I do with Harper Cigar Lounge, with the group page on Facebook and my YouTube channel, which I'd like to see more of you guys go to my YouTube channel and check out all my different podcasts. Give me your likes, give me your feedback. Share my podcast, my videos. so other people can catch on to this podcast. And make sure you check out Harper's Cigar Lounge podcast as well. I'm planning on doing another one hopefully this Thursday. And it's been a while since I've done one. It's been almost a month, so I need to get that done. But so check out the Harper Cigar Lounge group page on Facebook and on YouTube, and check out all the podcasts under that. And this will be my third podcast for you guys under the name of Dropping the Ash podcast at Harper Cigar Lounge. So check out the previous two of these if you want, if you're interested. I think you'll like them. I think you'll be interested in what's on it. So check them out. A lot of the content I've got on there for kind of beginners, cigar smokers. Give this a final light. Immediately just get a lot of pepper and a little bit of natural sweetness, but a lot of pepper and some cedar as well is the taste notes I'm getting so far at this. Pretty good cigar. If you've never had an Oliva, they are great cigars. I've never had a bad Oliva yet. So anyway, make sure you, if you're a new cigar smoker and you've never had an Oliva, make sure you check out Oliva. But yeah, just great cigars. Really great cigars. So anyway, there's a close-up of it again. Definitely some of my favorite cigars are the Oliva V's. I love dark chocolate, which I get out of most of my cigars, my Maduros. I love dark chocolate. I love dark roasted coffee, and love pepper and spice. So that's what I look for in cigars when I smoke them. Once in a while I might like a lighter cigar like a Connecticut or maybe a Sunshade, but for the most part I like rich, dark, rich cigars with a lot of full flavor to it. And this one definitely has that so far. I'd definitely say this is a full strength cigar. And right now it's starting to build some nice ash. It's got a really pretty wrapper too. I really like the wrapper, but it's got a nice oily, silky wrapper. A little veiny, not too bad. And the aromas in the air, I get a lot of the cedar, kind of a leather, cedar kind of aroma in the air. So I'm definitely getting some leather taste notes out of this as well. Just a little bit of chocolate, some dark coffee, some dark roast coffee, but a lot of pepper, and it's so far really tasting good. And the draw is real nice, not too tight, not too loose. So right now, I'm going to probably rate the cigar 90, probably at least a 95, and we'll see how it keeps going here. But again, this is the Oliva V. It's a 5 by 54 size cigar, Maduro, and really good cigar. So again, if you've never tried an Oliva V, you need to try these, and you can pretty much find them anywhere you go. Any tobacco store that sells cigars that have a nice humidor will usually have Olivas. It may not be this particular one, but they should have it. So anyway, what are you guys all up to this week so far? I've just been busy. I've been busy with work. I've been helping my son move. He bought a house, so I've been helping him move. My wife's been helping too with some things. What was I saying? My wife was just sending me a message. So I've been helping my son move. My wife's been helping a little bit with the cleaning and stuff with my son's new house. So in between work, I've been helping him move. And so it's just been, I've been very busy, and work's been keeping me busy. We've been very busy. We just had a big 3-day sale at our store over this last weekend, and it really kept us busy. So it's nice to take a breather finally for a moment. I feel like I haven't had much of any time to even breathe a little bit this past week. But anyway, this has been, it's great to be back here with you guys and to hang out with you guys a little bit. So thanks for being here, and without you guys, I wouldn't be here. So, but anyway, I want to say hi to all my buddies over at Cigar Junkies in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. You know who you are, and say hi to my family and friends. And anyway, so let me get into what we're going to discuss today. Let me get one more puff here. This is a damn good cigar. Damn good cigar. So far, so good. So, what I wanted to get into today, I'm going to set this down for a moment, is when you travel, what you should have with you. If you're traveling, and I'm not talking about flying because there's a lot of stuff going on with flights, and a lot of different things going on with flights concerning cigars and what you can take. So I'm not going to get into flying, but if you're driving and you're traveling that way, it's nice to have one of these. This is one of my travel humidors. I gave my smaller one to my brother. He was looking for something to keep just a small amount of cigars in that he can keep with him wherever he's at. And so I gave that to him. The one I gave him holds around 10 cigars. This one is supposed to hold around 15. But there's two different paddings in here that comes with it, and I'll show it to you here in a moment. But here's the inside of it. I've got about 5 different cigars in there right now. I've got enough room to hold about 5 more cigars in here. So with this, there's several of these padded liners in there. I took 2 of them out. I only left 1 in. And with that, it allows me to hold more cigars in here. And I always make sure I have my Boveda pack. This is a 69%. This one's getting a little bit hard, but I wanted to put this in here just to show you kind of how my setup looks when I travel. And then I always carry a little hydrometer in here to show me where my temps and my humidity levels are, my cigar, my travel cigar humidor. But anyway, I got my Cigars Daily sticker on here. And I've got a few signatures from some different cigar reps that I've met over time. But I like to get signatures from people I've met that I look up to, so I got a few signatures there. And I've got room to get more signatures on here if I want over time. But this is my favorite thing to have with me when I travel. I can keep a lot of my supplies in it that I need, plus my cigars. But like I said, when I open this up, on the top I've got my cigars, and I've got a Boveda pack, and I've got my hydrometer, like I said, right there. So there's that. It's showing 45 because I've got this open right now. But so what I do is when I travel, I have my cigars on the top so they don't get ruined. But I'll show you what's underneath here. So there's my padding right there, so I can take that right out. And underneath, I've got some of my supplies. So I've got two. Set this down here. I've got 2 different lighters. I've got this triple torch flame lighter. I've got a single torch lighter. And I usually carry 2 different lighters just to have one as a backup. And of course I can't leave home without this lighter here that I showed you that I cut my cigar with today. I always have that with me too, but I keep that in my pocket. And then of course I've got I've got a couple different cutters. I've got my open guillotine cutter right there. Some cigars, if they're pyramids or something like that, or you know, any kind of cigar that's got a pointy end, a guillotine cutter with the backing on it's not going to work like what I've got right here. That traps your that traps the cap after you cut it. So I got that for regular cigars like these. I don't have any torpedoes with me or anything like that, but if I did have that, I would have to go ahead and use this or my V cutter right there. So I always have a few different things on me, just to make sure I'm always prepared for whatever cigar I end up finding that maybe I come across when I travel. So, and then I don't have my keychain with me, but on my keychain I've got a little draw poker to open up a cigar if for some reason it's too tight of a draw. And I also carry one of these in my my cigar humidor. It's a great weapon if someone comes after you. You can whack them pretty good with this. I'm just kidding. It probably would make a good weapon. It's pretty solid, but I got a draw poker there that I can use to twist into my cigars if they're too tight. If they have too tight of a draw, that will loosen it up if I screw that in. But I got to do it very easily and carefully, and I got to do it straight so I don't go out the side of my cigar. But if I do it slow enough and concentrate, I can get it right down the middle perfectly and get a really great draw out of a cigar that's maybe too tight after I get that done. And then if I want to smoke my cigar right down to the nub, I got a nub holder here as well. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. So there's my nub holder right there. So I've got that if I want to smoke down to the nub, so I can hold that cigar without burning my fingers. And then for some reason, if I'm trying to go through my little if I'm trying to go through my humidor in the dark, for some reason, I've got a little flashlight that I can look inside of my humidor with. People probably don't think about carrying stuff like that, but if for some reason the electricity goes out, or if I'm in my car and it's nighttime and I'm trying to find something to get out of my humidor for some reason, I've got that little flashlight to use. And then I also carry this little pocket knife, and if you can see that, it's got a little screwdriver on there, and sometimes right there's a little thing right there that you can adjust your flame to be higher or lower. If it's too high, you can twist this little screw on the bottom and it will lower the flame, or if it's too low, you can twist it and make it a bigger flame. So I carry one of those in my travel humidor as well. I used to be in the Boy Scouts when I was younger, so I always go prepared. I was always taught to be prepared, so I'm always prepared. The only thing I don't have in here is Band-Aids and stuff like that, or like an emergency kit with with Band-Aids and stuff like that. First aid kit is what I'm trying to say. That's the only thing I don't have in here, and maybe I should. I don't know. You tell me. So anyway, but so that's, and on the bottom is padded as well. So if I don't want to put my supplies in there and I just want all cigars, I've got my bottom padded. And there are times that I keep my supplies maybe in my suitcase or something like that. If I need more space for cigars while I'm traveling, I may run into a lot of different cigars that I really like. So I'll take my supplies out, maybe put them in something else in my suitcase. That way I can carry more cigars in here. And if I do that, then what I would normally do, if I don't have my supplies in here, I'm gonna have my cigars just like I do on the top. So right there, I'm gonna have my cigars, and then I'll have my Boveda pack on the top, just like that. And I may keep an extra hydrometer down in that section too, right there. Let's see here. So I'll probably keep a hydrometer in that lower section as well, so I know what my humidity levels and temps are. My cigars on the bottom, and then I'll put that back on the top, that padding, and then I'll do the same thing on the top. I'll put 5 or maybe 10 cigars there with my Boveda pack and my another hydrometer. So I usually carry 2 hydrometers with me, just in case I end up doing 2 layers of cigars. So that's my travel kit, and I just wanted to show that to you. So if you're ever traveling, find one of these. If you don't have one of these, that's fine. You can also you can use a Tupperware container that's very sealed tight, with a very tight seal on it. You can do that, or you can get a hefty bag and carry cigars in that, where it's got the zip seal on it. Just make sure you put your Boveda pack and your little hydrometer in there. And you can get hydrometers like I've showed you today on Amazon or eBay. You can get those travel humidors I just showed you at my store here at Main Street Market here in Kimball. I've got a lot of different ones. I've got a 5 count, I've got a 10 or 15 count. I got a 10 count and a 15 count, 5, 10, and 15 count. Travel humidors I've got at my store. I've got these torch lighters. I've got also another thing that I travel with, and I carry these at my store. Those little cans of butane. These fit real nice in my suitcase. So I'll usually get a couple of those. And usually if I run out for some reason, I can usually find these at truck stops or any kind of, some convenience stores carry them. And then I'll also, in case I'm going to be smoking outside, I will have my little travel ceramic cigar ashtray. That I can just keep that in my suitcase. And then something else that's real great to have with you if you're in a rush and you don't have a lot of time. Maybe you're stopping to get gas and you're just taking a 15-20 minute break while you're driving. These little cigarillos are great, and cigarillos come in all different brands. Oliva, Romeo White Julietas, gosh, just about every brand. And this is a Deadwood Sweet Jane cigarillo. It's a 4x32 size. It comes with a little Boveda pack inside of it, and it comes in this nice tin to keep them from getting damaged. So I can throw that in my suitcase as well, or I might just have it in my car. So that's great for breaks. And you don't have to cut these or anything like that. You just put it in your mouth and light it, and it's ready to go. So they're really handy. So anyway, so these are the Sweet Jane cigarillos. I got these from the Deadwood Tobacco Company over in Deadwood, South Dakota a while back. But I do carry these at my grocery store here as well in Kimball at Main Street Market. Let's see here. The cutter that I had in here, oh, where did it go? Oh, right here. So these cutters right here I carry at my store as well as some of the cheaper cutters I carry at my store. So anyway, I've got just about anything that you need at my store as well here in Kimball, and I got a nice supply of premium cigars as well. So, but while you're traveling, or before you're going to go travel, and you're a cigar smoker and you want to have, you know, something with you that you can collect cigars in that you maybe find along the way while you're traveling, or if you just want to take your own, again, that travel humidor I showed you is great, and you can get them in smaller sizes than that. All the supplies that I've got you can get on Amazon, eBay. You can get at any local cigar stores that have, you know, humidors, or that have, like, we've got a Smoker Friendly in Cheyenne. We've got one in Sidney, Nebraska, and Cheyenne, Wyoming. They carry a lot of different lighters and cutters and stuff too, and they carry desktop humidors as well. So a lot of options if you're going to travel. But like I said, you can use a hefty bag. Just make sure you put it in something where it's not going to cause your cigars to get bent or cracked or broken. Make sure they're padded somehow. And like I said, also like a Tupperware container that's got a really tight seal you can use. Just make sure you put your Boveda packs in there. You can go to Boveda.com. You can go to Boveda.com and get Boveda packs. You can find them on eBay and Amazon as well. But just make sure you got, you know, a couple different cutters. And on my keychain, like I said, I've also got a punch cutter on my keychain. Sometimes I might run into a real small little cigar that I want to try, and cutting it with a regular cutter doesn't always work real great. So a little punch cigar, which has just got and I wish I had one with me, but it's just got a little round metal piece on the end, and you just twist it into the cap, pull it out gently, and it'll take a piece of the tobacco out with it so you can get some airflow. So those are great for little cigars, so I keep that on my keychain. And then I got my 2 different guillotine cutters, one with the backing on it, one that's opened. 2 different lighters, well 3 really, because I'm always carry my Xiphe, but single torch lighter for real kind of smaller cigars, and of course my triple flame torch lighter for larger cigars, and they hold up outside very well as also. So whether you're gonna smoke inside or outside, always have what you need. So, but this is again something I carry in case I'm gonna smoke outside, maybe at a picnic table or something. So anyway, guys, that's my rundown on my travel humidor. Like I said, you can search eBay, Amazon, or you can come get them at my store if you're traveling with your Kimball. The larger sizes can run anywhere between around $45 for a larger cigar humidor that carries around 15-20 cigars. Around $35 for a 10 count, around $35, $37 around there. For a 5 count cigar holder, travel humidor that holds 5 cigars, around $32, $33. And sometimes you can find them on eBay or Amazon used, about half the price if you're wanting just to get a used one. But you gotta be really careful if you buy used ones. Make sure they're clean. Make sure you don't buy one that's dirty, that's got a lot of crud in it. I would steer away from used ones because you don't know if people have had cigar beetles, which can happen if your cigars get too humidified. And underneath that very bottom padding in my cigar humidor, it's glued. So if someone's had cigar beetles in the past, there could be beetles underneath that foam maybe somehow. So just really check your sources good. Make sure you check the buyers, make sure they got good ratings. But I would definitely get a new one if you're gonna get one, just so you know it's in good shape, and so there's nothing in it like cigar beetles or anything like that that could ruin your cigars. If you get cigar beetles in your cigar humidor, your cigars are done pretty much. So try to get a new one if you can, or if you find a used one that's only been used once and they show you a lot of good pictures of how it looks and it looks really clean to you, then go ahead and get it. But I prefer buying something new just for cigar humidors. That way I know they're safe. So anyway, guys, but thanks for joining me today. I'm glad you could hang out a little bit. Hope you learned something if you're getting ready to travel out there and you're wanting to have, you know, everything you need. But just make sure, again, you have a couple different cutters, a couple different lighters, one for a backup in case you run out of propane or butane on one of them. Make sure you have an extra lighter with you. A couple cutters for different cigars that you find that will cut them the right way, so you have a good experience with your cigars. Make sure you have, you know, maybe some little cans of butane with you to have with you that you can maybe throw in your, maybe you've got like the cigar humidor I've got, the travel humidor, I can fit one in there. So that's another thing I can do. I'll show you that. I can have my cigars in there still and have my little can of butane. So that works out great as well if you want to do that. So anyway, just make sure you have everything you need. Maybe write a list out with everything you're going to need and make sure you have all that on your list before you travel. So you're always able to stop and have a cigar wherever you want to have it and have everything you need. Or if you run into a cigar lounge, you'll have all your supplies that you need. And cigar lounges will usually have what you need also. But if you have to have someone cut your cigar for you at a cigar lounge or light it, they might charge you something like a little bit of a fee for that. But if you do travel and go to cigar lounges, make sure you purchase a couple cigars from them. Don't just go in and smoke your own cigars and sit there and do that. It's not very good etiquette. You want to support these cigar lounges. They need your support. So if you go in, it's okay if you smoke one of your own, but make sure you buy a cigar from them, or maybe 2 or 3 cigars from them. Show your support towards these cigar lounges. They work really hard to give you a great time when you go there. So but I do want to give a shout out to the Tinderbox in Rapid City, South Dakota. That is a great cigar lounge, and they have a nice little bar. They have Cuban coffee as well. They have all kinds of different beers and wines and spirits, and a lot of great areas to sit in, and a nice walk-in humidor. And then of course the Deadwood Tobacco Company over in Deadwood, South Dakota. They've got just about everything you need there. Just a great place. They got a brand new place that's really great. The office over in Cheyenne, Wyoming, they've got a great cigar lounge. They've got a kind of a cabinet cigar humidor, but a nice little supply. And they got wine, spirits, and beers. Also food that you can eat. And then the Smoker Friendly in Cheyenne, they've got a nice, huge, very nice cigar humidor, walk-in humidor, very big. They have about every cigar you can think of. And then they have a nice area that you can go sit down and smoke. Throughout their whole place, you can sit down and smoke. And you can even bring your own whiskey or bring your own spirits with you. Just if you do that, even make sure that you share with others, and hopefully they'll do the same back with you. So anyway, but just some good cigar etiquette for you to know about. So if you take your own cigars into a cigar lounge, that's fine. Like I said, if you smoke it, but make sure you buy some cigars from those guys and show your support. And if you take your own spirits, if you're allowed to take your own spirits or wine or whatever, make sure you offer it to other people around you as well. And hopefully they do the same thing for you. And then just make sure your conversation, try to stay away from religion and politics. Try to keep all your conversations positive, and just make sure, get to know the person that you're talking to first, kind of feel them out. And so you kind of bring up conversation that's not going to make them shy away from wanting to get to know you a little bit. And then also, when you guys are done with your cigars in a cigar lounge, just on their ashtray, just rest your ashtray on it. Don't stomp it out and cause a lot of odors in the air. Don't allow that to be created to make people uncomfortable around you. So, and I even like to offer a cigar to somebody if I've got one that I've bought. And sometimes I'll have someone offer me a cigar as well. And so they're, just a great thing to do when you're in cigar lounges. So anyway, guys, hope I was able to share a little bit of knowledge with you today that will help you when you travel. And again, thank you guys for being here today. Check out these videos, these podcasts on YouTube, and on my Facebook group page under Harper Cigar Lounge on Facebook. Check out my YouTube channel under Harper Cigar Lounge, where you can find this podcast and my other one that's called Harper Cigar Lounge. And make sure you like and share and leave your comments on Harper Cigar Lounge Cigar Podcast. And make sure you give me your likes and your feedback and your comments on this one that is, again, called Dropping the Ash Podcast. And anyway, but I will let you know in the comments how this cigar turned out. I'm going to give it another relight here. I let it go out of me while I was talking. But I will let you know how this did towards, down to the end. But so far, it's had an even burn, great ash, great aromas, great feel in my hand, just nice silky, dark, oily wrapper. The aromas are great in the air. Taste notes of pepper, cedar, leather, some coffee and dark chocolate so far. When I was doing the cold draw, I was getting taste notes of vanilla and honey, as well as the taste of the wrapper kind of had a vanilla honey taste to it. And the cold draw had some, it did have some little bit of pepper and coffee, like I said, and some chocolate in the cold draw. So anyway, I wasn't able to drop an ash for you guys today like I was supposed to, so this will be the first time that I have not dropped an ash. So on my next podcast, I'll have to drop 2 ashes for you. So, but anyway, I hope you weren't disappointed I didn't drop an ash today for you. Usually happens. I don't know why it didn't happen today, but it just wasn't meant to be. But on my next podcast, I will work on dropping 2 ashes for you guys. So anyway, guys, thanks for joining me today. Again, check out these podcasts on Harper Cigar Lounge, my group page on Facebook, and on YouTube, the Harper Cigar Lounge group page, or YouTube channel, and my Facebook group page under Harper Cigar Lounge, both under Harper Cigar Lounge. And again, you can find this podcast on that. And make sure you like, share, and leave your comments, feedback. And I'd like to hear from you guys. I'll make sure I keep in touch as well. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me today. And again, right now I'm going to still keep this at probably a 93, 94 rating. I think I started out at 95, but I had to do 1 relight. And so I'm going to probably say a 93 rating. But it's burning real nice. So far I'm really happy with this cigar. So anyway, again, that's the Oliva V Maduro, and it is, again, it's the 5x54, and then the other, the cigarellos I showed you, they're 4x32s. So these are great for traveling also, remember that. And you can find cigarellos in just about every brand of cigars you can think of. Oliva's got some really great ones, and the Deadwood Tobacco Company has a lot of great ones. So many great cigars out there, guys, for you to find and smoke. But anyway, cheers to you guys, and God bless. I will talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye now.